Hey guys, what's up? If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. My name is Indigo, and I'm coming at you guys very differently today. And that is because we're trying to do new things. I've recently decided to stop droning on and on about the past. I've been doing that, as I oft do when things are closing out and I am actively just breaking down what has been happening. And I would usually do this with like a friend or something, but I don't have any of those anymore. It's just you guys now. So um but yeah, we're not going to talk about anything too crazy this day. I actually want to talk about, I have some notes here, and it's just, I'm going to be talking to you guys about staying strong through the thick of it, because this has to be, this is hands down the most difficult this is hands down the most difficult chapter of my life. And there's not a lot that's getting me through it, but there are a few things that are working far better than others, and they're having profound effects that I did not expect. So we're going to talk about them. All right. So the first thing that I would say has been helping me, which is, it's basically how I started this journey. It was getting outside. It was going on that long walk. It took me about a week, maybe a little bit less than that, to do everything that I was doing with that. And number one, I was able to really see my situation from a new angle, which I personally appreciated. But just being surrounded by nature 25/8 like I was, and being in the woods, seeing all of the animals running around, getting to like talk to the trees and hearing them like whisper back to me, not in the way that you would think, but in the way that nature often speaks. It was just very much a beautiful experience. And so I would say being outside and getting grounded has been probably the most beneficial aspect of all of this, and it has just brought me back to this place where I'm more in touch with myself. I'm a lot more in tune, and I'm a lot more, even though I do have my days, I would say I'm a lot more grounded in just myself and everything that is going on. So that would probably be like the biggest thing I would say to do when you're going through the thick of it and you're trying to like really maintain self. You got to get outside, you got to get grounded. Even if grounding for you looks like putting your feet in the grass like barefoot. I've done that too. I didn't really do that too much this time because I was just so ingratiated in like nature. I feel like I didn't really need that. Like that to me would have been OD. But that's one thing. Drink your water. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how beneficial water has been for me, just in purification, just for purification purposes, and keeping me hydrated, helping to draw out a lot of impurities and insecurities. Like, I don't know, it's not really picking it up on this camera, but my skin looks probably the worst that it has ever looked, but I know and I understand that it is a part of the purification process. And so, as upset as I am, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to like figure out a new regimen for my skin to get rid of these scars once everything is all said and done. At least I know that all of the emotional baggage and things that I kept festering inside is finally beginning to come out, and it's being brought to the surface for exsanguination, extinction, extraction, whatever you want to call it. All of those words work, okay? It's just being brought to the surface. It's no longer sitting within me, stuck, stagnant, and just like there. So that's been a beautiful thing. Yo, not gonna lie, exercising has been my best friend. And like, I've always been really big into fitness, but there's something about getting to move my body now versus when I was bogged down with like all of my earthly and worldly things, that it hits a lot differently than it used to. Like, I find myself moving a lot more controlled, a lot slower. A lot of my movements are more practiced and patient, and there is like an actual rhyme and reason to them. I'm not just going in the gym and killing myself for a couple of hours like I used to do, which worked fine back in the day. But with the place that I am now, and with me having to be a lot more conservative with my energy, the movements are a lot more intentional, they're purposeful, and I feel like I'm bringing up a lot of emotional baggage. Again, this is all, a lot of these things have to do with purging, if you can't tell. But it's just bringing up all of these stuck energies that have been, but they've been bringing up a lot of these stuck emotions and things like that that I have been unable to or unwilling to deal with to the surface, so that I can think about them, I can ponder them, I can gather the information, and then I can purge them. And that has been wonderful. Very difficult, very emotional. I've been crying like crazy, like all the time. I feel like the only thing I really do now is cry, just because of, I think it's really settling into me the gravity of the situation that I find myself in, just how much of myself I have been giving away to people who don't appreciate it. But it's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay, because I will grow from this. I will learn from this. I will not be the same person. I'm already not the same person that I was even last week, which is crazy. But it's, I don't know, like, I feel like movement with intention, like exercise, and with the way that I have been doing it, it just has this way of helping me see things from a different lens, from a better perspective, a broader perspective, and I can more freely let things go than I have ever done in the past, because there's like, it's like I'm able now to like take into consideration the fullness and the vastness of everything it was that has happened and is happening to me, you know? Another huge thing for me has been transmuting the negative energy and emotions that are coming up. Sorry, there's a spider. I don't know if I've like said this directly on here or not yet, but I recently discovered that I am actually, like, my greatest desire in the world is to be a singer. A singer, songwriter, and artist, in that respect. And lately, with everything that has been going on and all of the free time that I now find myself with, I have been utilizing that to really talk about some of what it is that I went through via song. So I have been, if you follow my TikTok, you'll see that I've been releasing like these little daily ditties, or like, it's just like little blurbs of an inspirational like song or whatever, just to help you keep going and keep you motivated. But also I've been writing songs for myself, but I've been writing songs because I need to get the emotions out so that they're not still festering. I have to get these feelings out so that I can free myself from the baggage and the weight of what these things meant for me in my past. It's a way of expressing the feeling that is not harming myself, you know, because I put down the weed. I can't smoke that anymore, and then I can't do vaping anymore either, because they're just not bad. I mean, they're not bad. They're just not good for like somebody who wants to use their voice in the way that I want to. And so I've been using the creation of music and songs as a way for me to transmute that energy. And another, like, I think the exercise is also like another kind of way that I've been transmuting things as well. But I've been drawing. I have been, like, if I need to, I will go and I'll scream. Sometimes I'll cry. I'm doing different things to release the energy from my body in a way that is not harmful to myself, you know? And so maybe that's something that you can do as well, is like find that thing that can be an outlet, a release that is safe, that is responsible, and that will help you to expel these negative feelings and emotions, or even happy feelings and emotions. Because sometimes when I've been in the past, I have been overwhelmed by how like happy and contented I've been at life too. It's a rare occasion that has happened. I think it's happened like one time, but it did happen, and I was overwhelmed, and I kind of just naturally like let it fester out. But boy, was it intense when I did feel it. So yeah, transmute that energy, babe. Like, get it out of you. Find something else to stick it into. Not like that. And I guess that kind of like goes in tandem with the other thing that I wrote here, which is just tap into your creativity. I don't think people realize that it's not just people who consider themselves artists that have creative energy and that have some sort of creative flow. I feel like we are all, in some way, shape, or form, creative beings, and it just takes a little push and finesse to figure out what avenue your creativity might take. Like, maybe you're somebody who enjoys like cooking and you cook very well, or you could be somebody who likes to build things. I don't know, maybe you are somebody who you like to collect things, and then you put them on display in a certain way so that it tells a story or a message. Like, even though that might not seem creative, laying that out in a creative way so that, you know, a meaning is imparted based on its display, that's creative. So it just takes a little bit of finesse and finagle to figure out, you know, what avenue and what ways do I like being creative? How can I let my inner creative live? You know, it does. Creativity helps a lot in these types of situations, because it gets your mind, like, yes, you're thinking about it, like everything that you're going through, but you're not thinking about it in a way that is self-deprecating or that keeps you going around in a loop of negativity. You're able to pour these emotions into something else and allow that thing to be the container for what it is that you're feeling, and not yourself. That's a bar. All right, no yap, no lie, no bullshit. Positive affirmations. Positive affirmations. My daily ditties have been keeping me going, as well as I have like these own, like a few mantras that I just repeat to myself throughout the day. They help a ton. Doesn't change the situation because I'm still in it, but at least I'm not spiraling so deep that I go to a place where I'm willing to give myself up. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I knew something was wrong when I thought about going back to my family, which is crazy fucking work. I did. I thought about it for a split second, and something happened this weekend that just let me know, fuck no. Absolutely not. That is not an option. It's not. I feel like I told you guys too much. I feel like I've experienced too much. Were I to go back, I will not survive. Full stop. So, going back is not an option. These affirmations have helped so much. And it could be, I'll give you a couple of lines. So, I say things like, the universe always utilizes everything in my path to make me stronger. The universe uses everything in my path to make me stronger. I am a beautiful, divine being. I am exactly where I need to be. My light is bright. and can cut through all of the darkness. Just little blurbs like that, you know what I'm saying? I have a few other ones, but those are for me. Y'all will not be privy to those. But yeah, it's just like, just telling myself and trying to stay in an energy where I'm not allowing my circumstance to dictate how I show up. Because if I'm going to be honest, my circumstances that I face now, it's like the end of my old life. It's the end of my old way of being and doing. And right now I feel like I'm sitting in the void space where I'm waiting on the newness to actually come into my life. And so I just have to not allow the silence and the stillness to disturb my senses, because I've never experienced stillness and silence like this. There's always been something to like fill the void, you know? I don't have that anymore, and so I have to be like, I'm not filling the empty space with noise and with people and with other folks' problems and their circumstances. It's just me looking at myself, looking at my circumstances, and essentially trying to move forward, you know? And just like analyzing what areas need my help, so that when the time does come and I am able to like push all the way through this, that it won't be merely me just like taking a step. I'm gonna like shoot off. So just using those affirmations to get me through, to keep me grounded mentally, to keep my energy as high as I can, you know, try to get it, helps out so much. Like, you guys have no idea. And then the last thing on my list is just to listen to positive music. I actually had this really cool experience the past couple of days where I picked up a little gig and I got to see Jill Scott in concert 2 nights in a row, which was magnifique. That woman, I was so inspired by her. It's not even funny. Like, I'm sitting in line and I'm like, I'm having all this music come to me. I'm seeing myself on stage, like, with all these people coming to see me. I'm picturing myself talking to other folks after, like, giving interviews and all this kind of stuff. Like, oh, it's nothing. It's this. It's that. Da, 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 da. Thinking of music, writing down little ditties. Just, it was such a beautiful time and a beautiful thing for me to behold this woman be on stage and be completely herself through and through. I was gonna say balls to bones, but she ain't got them. Okay, but just 100, like, she's just her naturally, and people came to see her and they loved her, and she was like so comfortable with herself. It was like, for me to be able to witness that, to know that it is absolutely possible to be myself in a world that desires me to conform to its bullshit, to see somebody walking through life and say, fuck that, I'm gonna be myself and you're gonna pay me for it, and people do. That was literally all the motivation that I needed to like keep me going just a little bit longer, keep pushing through just a little bit more, push a little bit harder for the things that it is that I desire. It's possible for me to live the life that I see for myself. I know that now. I got to witness it. And I'm not by any means comparing myself to Jill Scott, because that's Jill motherfucking Scott, baby, no comparison. But what I'm saying is, what I desire for myself is a possibility. And it's not just a possibility. Eventually it will be a reality for myself. I just have to keep doing the work. I have to keep pushing forward. And I have to get to this place where I have an unshakable and undeniable faith in myself that it can come, it will come, it is coming, it is happening. So these are the things that I've been doing here lately, just to keep myself progressing. I don't want to continue to look back in the past, continue to break that shit down. It's over with. It's done. I'm not going back. we're moving forward, we're paving a new way. I do have new things that I'm trying. They're not the moves that I thought I would be making at this point, but they are moves for my future, and I know that they're gonna help me. So I'm gonna do them. But yeah, we got this. It is absolutely possible to get through the dark times. I'm doing it, and you can too, as I am merely a reflection of you. So that is it for today. That is all. I hope you all like this video. Alright, my storage got full before I could do my outro. But if you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up. It helps me out so much in this wonderful world of YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. I am not no dead thing. Y'all could keep it pushing. The hell? Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. You can also follow me on my social media. I have those things listed down below. And that will be all for today. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day or night whenever you choose to watch this. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.